So let's check, and yeah, Germany is down. This has to be one of the fastest ever capitulations of Germany. It's quite insane. Let me actually check the exact timing. So we started on June 3rd. It is July 10th. It means in basically 1 month we capitulated Germany. That's absolutely insane. And so boys, in July 1940 we achieved the impossible. As Yugoslavia, we expanded in the Balkans, we defeated Italy, we defeated Germany, we defeated the Allies, as we puppeted most of the world. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Yugoslavia won my latest country poll, and I started working on it right away. So why did it take so long? Well, as you know, I always aim to make my guides as consistent and optimized as possible. And Yugoslavia was a real challenge. Its focus tree feels outdated and it doesn't really do a good job at explaining itself. That said, I'm really glad I stuck with it, and I'm particularly grateful to the tier 3 member who requested this guide, as in the end I absolutely loved this run and this country. It's a great mix of everything from cunning strategies to diplomatic tricks, and best of all, Slavic power. If you're curious to see how it all comes together, you're in the right place. As always, if you enjoy the content I make, please do not forget to support the channel by liking, subscribing, and leaving me a comment. It always really helps. That said, let's get into the initial setup. As always, research and focus priorities are listed in the description, so I will not cover them in the video itself. And you can also get access to the dedicated spreadsheet and many other perks by joining as a tier 2 member. Our building priority is pretty simple. 1 civilian factory in Serbia. That's it. Same for the military production. We just want everything to go into infantry equip. As usual, I'm going to rename my divisions so it's easier to follow the spreadsheet. So this is our inf. Alp, although later we'll change it. Cav. And we're not going to use armored, so we can display. And that's all we're going to use. Now, if you know me, you know I don't like to cheese civil wars, but when playing as minors, I recently did it as India, and we're going to do it as Yugoslavia. Sometimes it's needed. We start in such a bad place, we have such an old and outdated focus tree, so I feel this is justified. So what we're going to do is we're going to select all of our divisions and we're just going to disband all of them. The usual local police force and cavalry for occupied territories. And we're going to create an agency at the very beginning of the game. The setup is already done, we can start. Now, one of the reasons I mentioned the fact that the focus tree doesn't explain itself very well is that for this strategy, is that for this strategy, it is absolutely mandatory to pick this focus. Reinforce old alliances. The thing is, it doesn't really explain what it does. Yeah, you get an increase in opinion with the United Kingdom and with France, but that seems to be it. That would be quite useless. Actually, what this focus does is later on in the run, both the United Kingdom and France will guarantee our independence. And that's absolutely fundamental for the strategy because, as you know, when you're guaranteed by someone, so for example right now we are guaranteed by France, if you declare on someone else guaranteed by the same country, say Romania for example, that country will not join against you. So Romania is guaranteed by France and Czechoslovakia. We are also guaranteed by France and Czechoslovakia. So if we attacked Romania now, which we can't, Czechoslovakia and France would not join to help them. Later on in the run, we're going to use this trick for our expansion in the Balkans. Now, it would be very nice if the focus actually mentioned that. At 187 political power, we are going to pick the fascist demagogue. At 100 political power, we are ready for the civil war. So we're going to pick prepare for civil war and then immediately ignite civil war. This throws us into a civil war in which nobody has divisions. So here is the strategy. You want to start recruiting 5 different groups of cavalry. You want to deploy them very precisely. Make sure only one of them. You want to deploy them very precisely. One here, one here, one here, one here, and the last one here. Now, the trick will be, we are going to force deploy them as soon as possible. There we go. So as soon as this icon becomes available, press it, deploy all of them, and then you just rush the victory points before the other Yugoslavia can deploy any divisions. Let's see. And as you can see, this happens very quickly. The other Yugoslavia doesn't have time to react. They do at some point deploy some divisions, but it is way too late. The civil war is over and it's already done. Now we're going to build one military factory in West Banat. We're going to recruit 4 Alpini divisions. And 8 infantry divisions. In the meantime, we can start training this cavalry. Now, after the civil war, you get a nice potential modifier, this one. Unfortunately, political power right now is more important than this stuff. In the end, it would only be a 10% factory output, which is not great when you don't have factories in the first place. We're going to miss out on that nice modifier, unfortunately. Now it comes, and now the fun part of the run begins, in which we absolutely disintegrate our country. One piece at a time. Starting with this one. As soon as this focus is complete, we're going to build military factories into... We're going to build military factories in these two new provinces. And then shortly after, at 47 political power, we're going to start a justification. And then shortly after, at 48 political power, we are going to start a justification on Hungary. At the same time, we're going to start using our spy in Hungary. At 72 political power, we're going to start another justification, this time on Bulgaria. At the same time, we're going to start preparing for Hungary, which will be our first target. So we are going to force deploy later on the other two divisions. We're going to force deploy all divisions available. Going to pick the best generals we have available. We don't have much, actually. Then we're going to use infantry, mountaineers, and then all of the puppet divisions that we now get by disintegrating our country. And it's quite a lot of them, and it's actually pretty decent ones, especially because they all start as seasoned or even veterans. So they are pretty good divisions. So these guys will be pushing the entire border. While the cavalry, and this is the most important part, you want to concentrate them. You want to concentrate them in here, and you want to push straight up to Budapest. We're going to do this manually, actually. Then we go up and we split around to get all of the other victory points. In the meantime, we can train all of them and prepare the motorization priority. We also want to start training our planes. And let's pick the offensive doctrine. We're going to join the Anti-Comintern Pact. We actually want good relations with Germany. Oh, and this will not be mentioned in the guide anymore. How cool is that? Fuck this shit. When possible, deploy the last 2 divisions here. Train them too. And you can also request more forces from the new puppets here. At 150 political power, we are going to pick the constitutional philosopher. We're going to assign all of our planes to the area of the Balkans because on cooldown in just a few days, we want to start our war on Hungary. Stop training. Get the last few puppet divisions in here. And we got our claim, which means it is time for war, it's time for expansion. So, war on Hungary. Now, this is the strategy. We start this offensive with everyone. Of course, remember that you need to call all of these puppets into the war, otherwise you're not going to be able to push. But then more importantly, we want these guys to proceed to Budapest directly. Things are already looking good here. Now, as you advance with this cavalry, split them around, open them to rush all of the victory points, or at least to stop enemy divisions, which may be reinforcing. And we already got Budapest. Look at this, amazing. Now we send one guy here, and the other one, we can send him here to rush these last victory points. Things are looking very good already. This is an easy war, but don't get stuck, because Hungary does have divisions. We have better ones. That doesn't mean it's always easy. Okay, actually, we may be in trouble with that victory point. You don't always need it, depends a bit. Let's check. Okay, yeah, we do need to get to this last victory point as well. Hold on. And this should be fine. That should be it. No, it's not. Oh, come on, Hungary. Don't make it harder than it has to be. Hungary, for the love of... Okay, now it's over. Slightly longer than usual, I must say. But it's alright. Now, as for Hungary, we're just going to puppet them with war operations and resource rights. And we can confirm. We can now start preparing for Bulgaria, which is going to be our next target. So we're going to push with this infantry and the cavalry. I usually spread them around the entire border because it's more difficult to find a soft spot in the case of Bulgaria. But it's still not a difficult war. Just remember to move your planes as well. They can actually help. And we're also going to start spying on Bulgaria. Now, after this peace conference, we went above 10% generated war tension, and soon the war tension will be above 25%, which means the UK and usually Czechoslovakia will guarantee Bulgaria. But that's going to be fine. Now, we're going to start training everyone again, and we're going to make some changes to our production. And this is the new production priority. Okay, now Bulgaria is guaranteed by the United Kingdom. At 150 political power, we're going to pick a war economy. And now we are guaranteed by the United Kingdom, which means we are free to attack Bulgaria. Now later on, Czechoslovakia should also guarantee them, and that happens when the guarantee is not valid, like in this case, the I knows, so another country will guarantee them. Technically it could be France, but it never happened to me, it's always Czechoslovakia. Alright, and we finally got our claim on Bulgaria, and let's check. Alright, so they are guaranteed by the United Kingdom and by Czechoslovakia. This is what happens most of the time. I only had one run so far in which Czechoslovakia did not guarantee them, so it was only the UK, and it never happened to me that France guaranteed them, so it should be fine. Now, what happens if Czechoslovakia guarantees them, and what happens if they do not guarantee them? Well, if they guarantee them, like in this case, I will show you how to take care of Czechoslovakia, which can be challenging, but also very, very cool for the rest of the run. So it's a good thing. If they do not guarantee Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, we will still get in a war against Czechoslovakia later on when we attack Romania, as Czechoslovakia always guarantees Romania. However, at that point of the run, they will already have given up on Sudetenland, and you will probably not be able to capitulate them quickly enough, so Germany will attack them and you will need to split the score with Germany, which means Germany will retain part of Czechoslovakia. It's not a big deal, though it doesn't change that much in the end. This is the more challenging outcome, so I'm glad it happened in our country guide. Alright, so now what? Well, now, first of all, we're going to declare war on Bulgaria. And we're going to start both offensives at the same time, making sure that the planes are there. We are going to call this puppet into the war as well. Then we're going to check how long it takes to justify on Romania. And it takes 265 days. Now, that's ideal. That's exactly what we want. We want to get the claim around early August 1938. So if you have a different timing here, the amount of days is different, or the time for some reason is different, try to get the claim around August 38. Make the calculation, don't get it too soon, don't get it too late. In our case, it's perfect, so I'm going to start a justification on Romania right away. And let's focus on Bulgaria. Now, of course, Czechoslovakia joined, but they have no means to reach Bulgaria, so they are not going to do anything. Of course, they last stand, fuckers. Okay, as usual, whenever you have an opening, try to abuse it. Like in this case, stop them from reinforcing. And rush straight into it. Get the cavalry. Things are looking pretty good here. Now, as soon as possible, I'm slightly late. Pick the bold attack spirit. Unfortunately, Bulgaria doesn't give up that easily. But we should be almost done here. Oh, another last stand. Come on. Oh, finally. No more last standing for you. GG. Okay, in the case of Bulgaria, again, we're going to puppet them. And that's it. Now, why are we puppeting all these people? Because another thing that the focus tree does not explain at all is that when you get to reunite the kingdoms, well, now it does say that, but it doesn't say that those things will become a core of you unless you puppeted them already. So when you complete this focus, you will re-annex all of these puppets that we created, including Bulgaria and Hungary, and you will get cores on them. If you annex them directly, though, you wouldn't get cores. So they need to be a puppet for you to be able to core them. In addition to Bulgaria and Hungary, you're also able to core part of Romania. I will show you which part later. However, you're not going to be able to core Czechoslovakia nor anything else in here. Okay, now it's time to get ready for Czechoslovakia, and Czechoslovakia can be challenging. It's probably the most difficult part of the run. So first of all, we're going to start spying on them. That always helps. And then we're going to position our main army like this. A fallback line between these two rivers in this area here. And the second army, the one with the cavalry, we're going to position it in here. Later on, they will push north. Let's make sure that they get there as fast as possible, and let's prepare our planes as well. Can you give me the freaking steel I need, or no? Now, as soon as we are in position, we are going to call Hungary into the war. Test. So we call Hungary, and then we just wait in here. We let Czechoslovakia advance all around here. Now, keep in mind that these are puppets, and we didn't call them into this particular war. So all Czechoslovakia can do is take Hungary. At 100 political power, we're going to pick the Army Offense Expert. And from now on, we're also going to build military factories in the best possible provinces available. Now, this one we're probably about to lose. And unfortunately, they didn't build infrastructures, but sometimes puppets build more infrastructures. In which case, build in the higher percentage ones, of course. This is what we are going to do from now on, in any case. Going to make sure that Czechoslovakia sends all of their divisions. We want them to take everything in here before we start moving. Okay, looks pretty much alright, and I would like them to send away a bit more divisions from here. Now, though, we can change from a fallback line to a proper offensive line. The idea is to push everywhere around here. And then these guys, they will need to break through somehow and push in the north. Okay, something like this is fine. Give them some planning. Okay, as soon as we have the planning, I would say it's time to start pushing. So let's go and see what happens. Now, of course, the primary goal is to cut off and encircle the divisions they have in here, and then as soon as possible to rush the juicy victory points in there. This may be challenging depending on the situation. Pretty good here. This is perfect, and it is with cavalry, so let's start immediately rushing with this cavalry. Very happy with what I see here, but it's not going to be this easy for sure. We managed to cut them off in here, that's nice, although they still have divisions up there for sure. So it's not going to be that easy. Problem is that actually Czechoslovakia has pretty good divisions. It's not that easy to kill them. They have a big army. Okay, there may be an opening here. Let's see if we can take it. Fortunate. It simply. Wonder how they have supplies in there. Another opening in here. This one we can take, it seems. Okay, it's huge. Stop this guy. Perfect. Getting closer. But very challenging, Czechoslovakia. Very challenging. Despite the strategy, they must have so many divisions in here. You know what, actually? That guy on a bicycle, that can be very useful to me. Give it to me. Where is it? Give me the bicycle guy. Go, 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 go. Pedal. Wow, they have so many divisions again. But we're getting closer, boys. If they don't stop this cavalry, it may be done. Of them may be able to. It's time to design our tanks. Just want to finish this first. Okay, is that enough? That's enough. We did it, boys. We did it. And actually, yeah, sending my planes there would have helped, I must admit. So I didn't play this perfectly. But what matters is that we got it done. So it's perfect. Okay, now that we got Czechoslovakia, we're going to... Let me check. Now, in the case of Czechoslovakia, we are going to Balkanize them. So, Slovakia apart. Do we need to share the score? Yeah, that's fine. Don't have the score. Usual war reparations and resource rights. And we're very happy. Let's confirm. Now, we need to prepare for Romania. No peace, not for 1 second. So for Romania, we're going to prepare our divisions here. The main army in here. Offensive line like this. And the second army will be pushing from here and will be rushing the southern part of Romania. Now, it's a bit tricky again because Romania tends not to defend the border with Bulgaria. Because Romania tends not to defend the border with Bulgaria. That's very convenient for us. Let's see if I can avoid forgetting the planes again. It would be nice, wouldn't it? So I'll send them here and then I will assign them to this army. Now, we're going to make some changes to our divisions, important changes. So we're going to add the support anti-air to the infantry template, then we're going to duplicate it, and we're going to change it, into our offensive template. Now, let me do something here, although I need to check how to do it. 1 second. It's time to give something back to the tier 3 members of the channel. I did promise that I would name divisions after them, and I never done it so far, so it's time to do it. So let me just see if I can figure out who is a tier 3 member of the channel. Where can I see that? So currently we have 2 tier 3 members of the channel, I believe. Okay, current level, I can see it here. Info channel, is there no best way to check? Sure there is. I'm just scrolling down all of you guys. There must be a way to check the level. Come on. Ah, fuck, there was a filter. Okay. Okay. So, let me do this. Actually, 3 members. Okay, very good. Let me find a cool icon for Malcolm as well. This one is cool. Okay, so in honor of the tier 3 member who actually requested this guide, Malcolm, you get the Alp-T divisions named after you. Of course, these are not Alp-T divisions yet. We're going to make some changes in here. So later on we're going to use tanks, but we cannot afford to do that yet. So for the time being, we're going to use mountaineers in here. And this, by the way, is cheaper than... this, by the way, is cheaper than adjusting the current mountaineer... Why can I not speak, boys? Why? What's wrong with me? And by the way, this is cheaper than adjusting the mountaineer template. That's why we're doing it. We have all support companies already, and then later on we're just going to replace this infantry with medium tanks. We're going to save these. This one we're not going to use anymore, so we can decommission them. Now, for the regular infantry in this run, it will be named after... Dr. Oops. Another tier 3 member of the channel, has been a tier 3 member for quite a while. Thank you so much, Dr. Hoops, for supporting the channel. I will give you better divisions next time. This time I only have a few, so next time you will get better ones. But let me give you a cool icon as well. This one is cool. And unfortunately, I only have cavalry for the third member of the channel. So Andrew, you will get the cav. But again, in future guides, I will give you better divisions. There we go. So we have our new templates. Malcolm for the Alp-T, Dr. Hoops for the infantry, and Andrew for the cavalry. So what are we going to do here? We're going to change some of these divisions. We're going to change all of the mountaineers to our new Alp-T Malcolm. Next, we're going to use our spy on diplomatic pressure in Germany, as we want to get a non-aggression pact as soon as possible. We're also going to keep training all of our divisions as they get in position for Romania. We do have some time, but not that much. And we need a guarantee from France that we do not have yet, but we should get soon. Let's go. Now, at 100 political power, we're going to send an attaché to Japan. We don't have the command power yet, but as soon as possible, we're going to do that. And here is our non-aggression pact with Germany. Now that that is done, we're going to start spying on Romania. And we also want to design our new tanks. For this one, we're going to use the T104. So this design here. We're going to start producing it. We're going to dedicate all future factories to it. And we're going to reduce the production of artillery to only 2 military factories. Then as soon as possible, and it's actually right now because the war was a bit longer, but you may not be at this point yet, we're going to change this template to use medium tanks instead of infantry. Okay, now we finally have the required command power. We can send an attaché to Japan. Now here we are going to use the usual trick for attachés. When somebody protests, like Yunnan, we're going to negotiate market access. They are going to refuse, and then you don't lose any political power anymore. The only thing is you cannot do that with Communist China because they don't have market access. So if Communist China requests that, we are going to lose some political power. No big deal. By the way, if you send the attaché to China, it's a bit problematic instead of Japan, because Japan will demand you to remove your attaché. And since we are fascist, when we decline that, not only we lose political power, we actually lose 10% stability, or around 10%, which is quite annoying. When you get this event, we pick we must keep up good relations with the Germans. Okay, we got our claim on Romania. The problem is France hasn't guaranteed us yet, so we're going to need to wait a bit longer and wait that France guarantees us. And that's why we waited to get the claim on Romania. We need the timing to be right, because France always guarantees you at some point, but it may be a little bit later. There we go. Okay, so we got the guarantee from France, and that's why you want to time this claim perfectly, all right? So now we can safely declare war on Romania. Nobody will join against us. Of course, if Czechoslovakia didn't join against you earlier, Czechoslovakia would also join against you, and you take care of them right after Romania. They cannot get to you anyway, because there is Hungary in between. Now let's stop training. And let's go after Romania. So war on Romania. We immediately trigger all offensives and we call Bulgaria into the war. Now, this part is the most important. Here you literally want to rush them down, and you want to rush Bucharest in particular as fast as possible. The other thing you want to do at this point is you want to start a justification on Italy. I think this is a bit on the low, it's a bit on the high side in terms of days. That's okay. That's fine. Let's make sure that these guys are rushing because we need them to be very fast. Go for here. It's lovely that Romania does not defend at all in here. We actually get a pretty good chance at rushing important victory points. The usual problem here is getting to Cluj, and without it, they will not capitulate. So that remains a problem. Okay, we got Bucharest now. Very important. You need to build a railway that connects Bucharest to this railway here. It needs to be the highest priority. Otherwise, divisions in here will be completely out of supplies. Here we keep attacking them with no hope of pushing, but we want to stall them so that we can actually push in here. Now we pick this focus, however, it's very, very important that we capitulate Romania before completing it. So in case you're late with Romania, we'll need to see if we can do it in 70 days, cancel it and pick it again. Straight up. Now, when Germany demands Sudetenland, we are going to refuse. Ideally, at this point, you could also join the Axis. However, we cannot do that because we're at war with Romania. If you already capitulated Romania, which is possible, if you got a guarantee a bit earlier, we were delayed by a month here, which would make all the difference, you would be able to. However, we still have a non-aggression pact with Germany, so they will not attack us. Yeah, this is the part where we get a bit stuck. Okay, we'll get it done. Come on, boys. I know you can get it done. Come on. Time. Very much stuck in here. Okay, let's do something bold and call Hungary. Should distract some of their divisions. May have a chance from here. Let's try. Reorganize a little bit. Close. And we are now going to pick limited conscription. We have a very small chance here. Ah, they stopped me. Oh, Romania is down, but that's still bad. Ah. Ah, no, 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 that's not good. Why did they go down? This is a bit of a problem. Yeah, it's worth reloading. So why is this a problem? The problem is that I didn't call this puppet into the war, so I cannot give them some land in here. Though maybe there is a chance if I annex it that then I can give it to them. I'm going to try. Let's see if we can fix it. So ideally, before ending the war, you want to call this puppet, and then in the peace conference, you want to transfer to them their cores. As you can see, this is the autonomous region of Transylvania, and they can get cores on this stuff. So since I didn't call them, I cannot give them this cores, but I will try to annex them, and then give them later, after the end of the war. Let's see if it works. So after annexing this stuff or giving it to your puppet, ideally, the rest of Romania, you just want to balkanize with war operations and resource rights, as usual. And that's it. Confirm. Now, let me see if we can do this. So, occupied territories, right? Oh, yeah, we can give it to them this way. So that's no problem at all. Perfect. Oh, very good. Very good, very good. Let me change that in the spreadsheet as well then. Okay, all good. Okay, boys, we did it. It was very close in terms of timing because we only had 9 days left here. I must say it wasn't the smoothest. Also, the war with Czechoslovakia was a bit longer, so our divisions struggled a bit overall. We're a bit low on strength and low on manpower, but most of these problems will be fixed very soon. As in just a few days. First of all, at this point we can actually join the Axis, so we're going to do that. Just don't join the Axis while at war with Romania. Usually you cannot anyway, but don't do that because then Romania may join the Allies, which is not cool. But now, boys, the cool part, because when this focus is done, we re-annex everything and we get cores on everything, which is incredibly cool. So we cored this part of Romania, Hungary, Bulgaria, and then, of course, we retook all of Yugoslavia. Now we're finally beefy enough. In addition to this, we also control Czechoslovakia, Romania, Bessarabia, all of this stuff here as puppets. So we're in a pretty good spot. And we're justifying on Italy. Why are we justifying on Italy? Well, because of course, by being in the Axis, Italy will not be able to get the aid of Germany. So we get to destroy Italy alone. And that's another amazing trick of fascist Yugoslavia. I think you can already guess where we are going with that, but not just yet. But we're not just there yet. But we are not there just yet. Sorry, boys. Sorry. So now we're going to pick a focus that sometimes doesn't do anything, sometimes gives you a very cool leader. It's pretty random, to be honest, so we're going to pick this one. Of course, it doesn't explain anything, because we don't have Peter II, so nothing about that, but it is going to change our leader, and sometimes it is going to give you one with very good stats. And sometimes it gives you a leader with very good modifiers. Sometimes it just gives you a random dude that doesn't do anything. Alright, now it's time to get ready for Italy. So first of all, we're going to merge all of our divisions again. Then we're going to split off the mountaineers. We're going to split off the divisions you cannot change, which are these ones from Hungary. And we're going to split off all of the remaining puppet divisions. We can keep them together. Then we're going to change all of the other divisions to infantry. Dr. Hoops. There we go. Let's split them into 2 armies. And we want a total of 3 full infantry armies. So we're going to recruit whatever is needed. A couple plus 24, so 26. There we go. We're going to spy on Italy. In northern Italy is usually the best, and we're going to prepare to fight them. So one army will have to be at the border with Italy here. This infantry army will be ready to defend, and then later on eventually push that border. Then we're going to position our mountaineers in here, and we're going to do some tricky stuff with Zara here. We're going to set another infantry army at the border with Albania, which later on will be taken by Italy. Ready to push. These puppet and non-modifiable divisions are free. We can you can keep them wherever you want. And then when we get another infantry army, they will just follow the... and then when you get the other infantry army, they will just follow the Alpini around. In the meantime, let's make sure to train all of them. And let's go. Yes, one thing I wanted to check is also... Of course, there is a bit of RNG as to what puppets build while not under our control. But as you can see here, for example, Croatia did amazing. They have a very good industry. Bosnia did also very good. Montenegro did pretty good. So how many factories you have at this point of the run also depends on what your puppets built. There seemed to be not a huge difference between splitting them and keeping them united, but even splitting them, as you can see, gives you a lot of factories. So that's great. Oh, actually, we want the best possible general to be on our Alpini, of course. On our Malcolm Alpini. And this one came up pretty good, actually. Gonna be a great general. Then, if possible, we want to promote a commander. Let's promote this one for the other army. At 100 political power, we're going to pick the military theorist. Then we're going to pick the first Alpini doctrine. And the second Alpini doctrine. We're going to make some changes to our Malcolm Alpti, and we're going to add 2 more Mountaineers in here, and then we're going to add a lot of medium tanks. For a total of 30 combat with. Look at our crazy Alpti division. This is crazier than before. Of course, we're also going to add the support rangers. You may not have enough army experience depending on how your wars went, but we have the attaché in Japan and we have the advisor, so you will get it anyway. So we can save this insane new division template. We can also force deploy the infantry so they can start training. Our Dr. Hoops infantry. Place them in here and let them train. Promote anyone else at the moment. Okay. Now we also want to start recruiting the max amount of our Alpini divisions. So let's do that. Okay, now let's see what happened with the dude here. Yeah, we just got a random one. We didn't get any modifiers. That's okay. We just changed randomly our leader. As soon as possible, we also want to add the rangers to our infantry divisions. Always a very good support company to have. As soon as possible, you want to force deploy the Alpini as soon as possible and then recruit even more. Keep training them. Oh, interesting. Italy demands Dalmatia. Now, this doesn't usually matter that much. In this case, we were about to get the claim on Italy in any case in 5 days. But a defensive war is, of course, better. So, who do they think they are? Yeah, they are too scared to attack us. Italy, come on, don't be a pussy. We can pick army logistics, or you can pick the entrenchment expert if you prefer. Slightly better, but we're not going to play defensively that much. Our divisions are basically all trained, except for the tanks, which are totally fine. I think we can declare war on Italy. Let's keep it an offensive war. I don't care. This is what you get for Dalmatia, Mussolini. So at this point, the only thing we want to pay attention to is we actually want to block all of these sea regions so that our convoys don't get intercepted. And then you can simply use the training tanks to destroy completely the Italian divisions in here. They're actually naval invading. That's very cool. I've never seen them do that. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, nice, nice, boys. So how about we use our mountaineers for that? Very aggressive Italy. Look at this. Or we can actually destroy them. These ones we can kill. The ones in Zara, you want to leave Zara, so they keep sending divisions and you keep killing them. Okay, this naval invasion was a bit disappointing, I must say. I expected something more. Look at them. All of these juicy divisions in here. We can just kill them so easily. This guy's back up here. This is a bit cheesy, I will admit. By the way, this is not needed. If you don't want to do this, don't do this. However, we still need to train. We're not ready to take on Italy yet. And we don't even want to do that. Because ideally, we want to take down Italy only after Vichy France is formed. So we have some time to kill. And why not to kill some Italians in that time? I mean, 10 versus 100,000. That's pretty good numbers. This, by the way, is a cheesy strategy that you can use, of course, in many other scenarios. If you leave the I-1 harbor, they will keep sending divisions there, and you can keep murdering them. We can actually speed up a bit, though. One more, and you're dead. Okay. That's a good amount. They instantly disappear. I would prefer an infantry specialist. Anyone can get it. Ooh, 7 divisions. That's a big gift. Thank you. I'll take them. Okay, by the way, they took Albania. You can see it here. And when they take Albania, you actually don't want to leave it to them. So let's take it immediately with the army we prepared in here. We were ready for it, as you can see. No time for Italy to do anything at all. Okay, World War II is about to begin with Poland. We're going to ignore it completely. We're not going to help Germany at all. I mean, they don't need our help. Hopefully, because Germany tends to suck, but they shouldn't need our help. Why are we not helping Germany? Because we don't want to be at war with the Allies just yet. We don't have a fleet that is able to take care of the UK. Italy is going to give us that fleet. Okay, let's use only this one since it's the one trained. No, Shaanxi, no. Where are you? Casualties against Italy. Ooh, 300. 300,000 almost. Fair. It's fair. It's balanced. It's balanced. Good, Germany. Good. You're doing good. Come on. It's important that Germany does well, because we need Vichy France to appear fast. So we're happy. We're now going to pick utilize domestic film industry. We're going to add the support logistics to our mountaineers. And we're going to design some new planes. So from here, we're going to use this amazing design here. Now, this looks like a very basic and simple design, but trust me, it works surprisingly well. The air attack is very good. So we're going to save it, and we're going to start making them. So we're going to bring the production of these planes to 20, and the production of infantry equip also. So also to 20. We're going to take these away from the tanks. Now, when we are trained enough, and I would say we can be happy here, it's too long to wait until regular on all of them, we can start pushing, actually pushing. So let's kill these last divisions in Zara, and let's prepare to push in here. So we're going to attack from here. The main goal is to reach Venezia as fast as possible. Go on and do that. Okay, these two are very close to being fully trained, so let's wait for them and then we go. Okay, perfect. So no more training. Yes, planning. And let's go. And now also give them our planes. But I mean, these guys are just absolutely unstoppable. They instantly crush the Italian divisions completely. Push there, please. We could have encircled a bit more divisions in here, but it's fine. Not bad, actually. Not bad at all. What are you doing there, boys? It was a spearhead. I see what you're doing. It was a spearhead. You're getting bugged. That's what you're doing. To close this small pocket, happily. Yeah, absolutely unstoppable. It's crazy. Okay, as we complete this focus, we get some discounts on doctrines, and I usually like to switch to GBP at this point. So we go for Grand Battle Plan, and then I like to take Tip of the Spear and the Logistical Focus, probably the best spirit in the game. And this also allows us to recruit another 4 Alpini divisions. Look at that, pretty nice. We can take our time in Italy as we still need Germany to do something. Come on, Germany. Do your shit. I want to stop before Rome, because actually taking Rome is a bit risky. Denmark is a good step, but you need to go for the Netherlands and Belgium. Come on, Germany. Well, I mean, it's too early. Let's give them that. Still a bit too early. Need to be patient. Now, if possible, at this point, I like to take the infantry specialist, but I don't think we have one, so... Yeah, cavalry, not good enough. Oh, so maybe later. Let's see if we can get... yes, we can get another general in there. Very nice. Mussolini is deposed. One big encirclement that we are getting here. Oh, maybe we are getting encircled. Okay, civil war in Italy. That's okay. We just don't want to end it yet. So that's fine. At this point, we're going to pick the ground support expert. And we want to transfer the territory. Not only we want to transfer the territory, we got Rome for free. Just don't capitulate them, yes. Yet, please. So I'm going to request all forces from Italy just because I want to make sure that they don't push. You can all go in there. Come on, give me my infantry specialist. Yes, very nice. We'll have the infantry specialist too now. I also want to force deploy the new Alp T. Assign them. Can we recruit more? Yes, one more. Perfect. And nothing. Now we can just get in there. Oh, they got back the land somehow. Just kill the pocket. Perfect. Yeah, so we're going to get ready here. Ready to push the rest of Italy. We'll probably need to go all the way to Palermo to capitulate them. That's fine. In the meantime, we can just train everyone. Don't have anything special to do. It's said that the Italians will destroy their fleet fighting themselves. That's not ideal, but okay. Now we can already start building in Italy to decrease their autonomy. We're going to prioritize just that. This should be fine. And now we just need to wait for Germany to do their job. It's looking alright. Luxembourg, Netherlands. Look at Germany acting historical. Good job, Adolf. I'm so proud of you. You just need to push them. Such a good boy. Adolf, you're getting your ass kicked in here though. By Luxembourg. Adolf. Don't get me worried, Adolf. You need to push Paris faster. Okay, okay, Adolf. Look at that. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. Luxembourg is proving to be an insurmountable obstacle for Adolf. Everything else is going alright. I don't think Italy has any divisions in here, actually. Okay, we can now also pick the infantry specialist. Adolf, go straight to Paris, please, huh? Because last time we did it, Adolf didn't go to Paris. Took forever to take Paris. Like, he went all the way to Bordeaux instead of taking Paris, huh? I don't know, Germany is always a bit fucked. Yeah, he seems to be doing alright this time. See red bubbles, come, take Paris. Oh God, no, Adolf, no. Do this to me again. Take Paris. Oh my God. Yes, yes, Adolf! Adolf is doing it! Oh, very, Adolf, very proud. You're epic, my friend. No, yeah, okay, you do. Nice job. And now we got Vichy France. So we waited just because now we get a much faster claim, since we are at war with a major. So that's why we waited to capitulate Italy. Now we can get a claim on Vichy France, and we can easily capitulate Italy. We're also going to use the spy in Tunis. We need it for the... And we're also going to get the naval department upgrade. We are going to need some naval supremacy in here. It's not the easiest, especially if Italy keeps destroying the other Italian navy. So now I do want to rush them down fast. Yeah, we definitely need to go all the way down to Sicily. It should be fine. I mean, with these mountaineers, even crossing the straits is alright. Okay, now hopefully Italy didn't completely destroy their navy. But, let's see. We get a navy? Yeah, we get a navy. Okay, that's good enough for me. So we're going to prioritize actually taking the navy. One at a time. Yes, that's not great. Why so little points with 92% of the score, man? I mean, okay. The important part is that Italy took back their stuff. I would also like to puppet these things, though. It should be possible because it's only 100 points here. 36 there. 57 there. So it should be alright. More or less, huh? Yeah, the navy is too important to give up. So priority on the navy anyway. Yeah, apparently that's all we can take. Looks like it's a bit bugged, but it's okay. Yeah, let's also take Dodecaneso. Yeah, you left it to them. That's a bit annoying, huh? Okay, wait, let me remove this stuff here. No. What is it doing? Yeah, whatever then. Whatever. Why is everything bugged in this game? Why can I not remove this now? Okay. Okay, it's bugged forever. We're just stuck in here. It's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. Nice. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. So, nothing. Completely stuck. Broken. Really, really impressive. Really impressive. Great job, Paradox. Great job. So, what's up? What are we doing? Absolutely idiotic. Better not break my game by reloading a save now. Oh, annoying. This is before France capitulated. What the fuck? Well, that's why you always make a save before peace conferences. Completely bugged. Incredibly stupid, really. Okay, okay. Let's do it again, because it's fun. Yeah, we also want to spy. Here, we get the department. Did I forget anything now? Let's not forget anything. Let's make sure. It's okay. Now let's see if we can maybe not fuck up the peace conference. Like somehow I still don't get points, which is stupid. It's just stupid. But okay. So we're going to give to Regno del Sud this place here. Then, most importantly, we're going to take the full navy. And then if we have something left, we're going to try and puppet. Yeah, now we even have less points than before, but okay. Fine, fine, fine. Not complain. Fine, okay, good, cool. Okay, the rest remains Yugoslavian. Well, okay, completely bugged, yeah. Why not? We love bugs. Otherwise, we wouldn't be playing this game. Now, speaking of bugs, no, hopefully not. We need to get ready to take Vichy, France next. This is quite important. So we're going to push them from here again. We will have to call Italy, which is a bit annoying because they will get part of the score. But there is nothing we can do about that. And then we are going to plan a naval invasion. Did we already get landing craft? No, so we only have 10 divisions available. So we're going to do it like this. From here. No, why not? Yeah, okay, maybe I picked the wrong army, okay. Yeah, from here to here. Actually, no, let me do it all at once. So we're going to plan a naval invasion of Northern Africa, Algeria and Tunisia. Otherwise, Vichy France, as you know, doesn't capitulate. So you need to take some of the victory points in here. You can do it from Sicily for this part here, and then from Sardinia for the rest. Okay, great. We're going to send another army in here because we want to push them as fast as possible at this point. No reason in wasting time. Now, let's gather our new amazing fleet. Let's send it all to Sardinia. Let's give them an admiral. We can now also unblock the sea regions. Let's go. Alright, we got our... Where the fuck are you going? Guys, I'm losing it. Swear to God. Okay, we got our claim. Let's go after Vichy France quickly. Of course, guaranteed by Germany, but Germany cannot join because we are in the Axis. So we declare war on Vichy France. We can start a justification on the UK now as well. And then we are going to start a naval invasion support mission in here. Okay, don't repair. Let's leave it like this. It should be fine. We should also have some planes at this point. Let's deploy them. They can help if we struggle with the naval supremacy. Okay, this is the most important part. And we need to call Italy into this. Then we can trigger all offensives. Yeah, so we're going to need a little bit more here. But that's okay. We're going to declare war on Syria and on Lebanon as well. Italy can help with the naval supremacy, hopefully. The naval department will also help. There we go. It's all green. It's all good. I actually don't want to fight them. I'm okay if they intercept and kill some of my divisions. I don't want to fight. I want to preserve that navy. That's okay. Let them kill my guys. Yeah. What's this? Ah, this is taken by Italy. Stolen by Italy. Why does Italy have most of the score? What? Yeah, there we go. The only problem is that Italy stole a lot of the score. Which is a bit annoying, of course. Once again, we're going to struggle a little bit with the points. Also, Vichy France apparently lost most of their navy, which is not great. So let's take the navy once again. That's the absolute priority. And then we're going to try and puppet what we can. Damn. I don't have fucking points. How is it possible? Ah, man, I'm going crazy. Fucking hell. It's so fucking dumb. It's my puppet. They are not taking anything. Ah. Okay. No. Let's do it a bit differently. Getting really pissed though. I'll be honest with you boys. Really pissed. Okay, so for Vichy France, we're going to do something a little bit different here because we don't want necessarily to call Italy, otherwise they steal too much of the score. So we're going to declare war on them and we're going to try and trigger the naval invasion. If we can get the naval supremacy, should be possible in a little bit. We need to declare war on the puppets too. Now the main issue here is we may need Italy to get the naval supremacy. We maybe do this thing then. The naval department is going to help. Okay, finally we got green C. What do you mean? We only have 50%, we need 50%. It's slightly more, I guess. Okay, we managed to trigger the naval invasion. That's good. Now we also want another naval invasion, however. We're going to go from Genova to the southern coast of Vichy France. Okay, something like this. I would prefer not to lose my fleet here and not to destroy their fleet as well, but okay. Okay, let's trigger this naval invasion too. No, no, okay, stop fighting them. Oh, don't kill them. I need that fleet. Okay, at this point we also want to justify on the UK. It's only going to take 30 days. That's pretty much perfectly in line with landing craft. Slightly late, but okay. And Vichy France should be almost done. That one. Hopefully they still have a bit of a fleet, otherwise we may be in trouble. Okay, Vichy France is down. Let's see what's left here. Okay, no, it's a pretty alright fleet, I think. That should be enough together with what we have. So we take their fleet, absolute priority. Then we're going to puppet them. You can balkanize them for maximum results. I usually like to balkanize at least this area here and North Africa. And then you can just annex Vichy France. I mean, and then you can just puppet Vichy France entirely. Okay, there we go. Vichy France is down. We now should have a decent fleet. It's not massive, but it should be good enough. Now, we want to send a fleet up to Germany, and ideally we would like to repair it a little bit. Let's see if we can get it repaired at least a bit before we attack the UK. It should be fine anyway, because against the UK we're going to lose the fleet in any case. The main goal is just to get naval supremacy long enough, as usual. So now for the UK, we're going to use obviously the Alp-T, and then 1 infantry army should be enough. So let's start sending them in position here. We can keep training the mountaineers in the meantime, and then we are going to send another defensive army here in the back. This one maybe, just in case. Now we also want to start spying on the UK. As usual, the spy also helps both with naval supremacy and with the invasion itself. We got landing craft, which means we can now actually plan our naval invasion. We go for the usual strategy, so groups of 4 when we have landing craft in the southern coast of the UK. I'm going to try to mix a bit the Alpini and the regular infantry, because we only have 13. And that should be all. I think we covered the entire front. So these are all groups of 4, a mix of infantry and Alpini divisions. Then let's train everyone for now. Let's deploy all planes and send them up there. I like this one first. This one too. I actually want to make sure that the supplies here are going through the right way, and they always get bugged. So our dudes were without supplies, but I think they should have supplies in here. And okay, we got the claim on the UK, so the usual tough part of every run. Let's remove all submarines, create a new fleet for them, split them into small groups, and set them on convoy raiding around the UK. I'm going to wait until they're there. Perfect. Then the rest of the fleet will be on always engage or engage at high risk. It's fine, never repair, and naval invasion support in the channel. Now, of course, we need to see what happens when we actually start the war. Let's save. Let's go. So it looks like we may be able to keep Green Sea in here, which would be perfect. Let's see if the naval invasion triggers. It does trigger right away. Look at this. Absolutely amazing. So as always, guys, it's a mix of how we split the fleet, especially this stuff helps a lot. The planes, although right now they don't give green air, but if you change them like these and then like that again, it tends to help. Did Free France survive? Where did Free France survive? I must have missed it. It's okay. And then some patience. And by the way, if you don't get Green Sea right away, well, in this case there is the German fleet as well, so they may engage them. You can also call Italy into the war. They still have part of the fleet, and the UK may send some... and the UK may be countering them as well. Now though, more importantly, we need to get the naval invasion done, because starting it, it's only half the war. It's only half the job. Okay, it's looking good up here. Let's keep going. Looking good down here too. Let's keep going. Perfect. Perfect. Guys, don't forget about momentum. When you invade the UK, momentum is everything. You don't see their divisions because we are fast, not because they don't have them, okay? The first few days of the war, of the invasion at least, are the most important part here. By far. Of course, that together with having very good divisions. Now, of course, one problem of this strategy is that we are not going to have much of the war score, since we didn't do anything against the Allies until now. But that's not going to be a problem. You will see why in a little bit. Oh, lovely. We got London encircled. We're going to kill them right away. No point in waiting here. And send over more divisions here. We can reorganize a little. But ideally we don't want to stop pushing. We want to keep the momentum on our side. The UK is currently sending back a lot of their divisions from all over the world, and our convoys on and our submarines on convoy raiding are stopping many of them. So that also gives us more time to push the mainland of the UK. We can now also lower the autonomy of Italy. Not annex them yet, but still integrated puppet means a lot more resources for us. Pay attention to fuel. We need a lot of fuel for these divisions to move, so don't run out of fuel. If you're out of fuel, import it from the Soviet Union. Now let's keep an eye on the UK because I expect them to go down soon. If you want to stall it a little bit, get a bit more damage on them, can. They enable invading or we never took that thing? I think we never took that thing. Oh, I think it's over. I think it's over. Yeah, it is over, boys. The UK is down, but that's not the end of this run yet. So let me save, first of all. Just another bugged peace conference is coming. And let's see how to manage these peace conference. Now we got 20% of the score. That's not great, I'm not going to lie. And that's why we're not stopping with this at all. So what do we do in this peace conference? Our priority is to puppet Gibraltar, Suez, because they are incredibly important and strategic places. So this is the first priority. Then we're actually going to puppet all of the United Kingdom, or most of it anyway. We should have enough points for that. Yeah, Germany is going to fight us, but I think we can afford the fight in here. So this stuff and this stuff we can take. Maybe this island here, it's also a core of the UK. The rest we can give to them. And then what I like taking at this point is Singapore. Now it's a bit annoying that they fought us for it. Let's see what happens. No, give up on Singapore, come on. I'm going to give up on Singapore. They did. They did give up on Singapore. Suez is too important. Okay, fair enough. Quite good. Then we're going to take most of the Royal Navy. We cannot take all of it. It's fine though. This is the good part of the Royal Navy. We're going to take that. Now, of course, if you have a little bit more points, which may happen depending on the situation, you can take a bit more of the Navy or give up on something. But honestly, Singapore is worth the effort. Now, Germany took most of the rest of... Now, Germany took almost everything else. And are we okay with that? I mean, I'm not okay with that. I'm absolutely not okay with that. So what's going to happen now? Of course, we are going to fight Germany. And you would expect a final showdown. No, let me do that again. And you would expect a cool final fight with an Axis at full power, with a beefed up Germany controlling half of the world. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you boys, but it's not going to be exactly like that. And the reason is quite funny. So I will show you in a little bit. Let's get ready for Germany first. So we're going to prepare our mountaineers in Czechoslovakia. And the idea is just to push like this. There we go. Then we also want a full infantry army in here to push with them. We're going to prepare another infantry army in here to push this area here. Another infantry army still in Czechoslovakia to push everywhere. And finally a huge amount of puppet divisions that can just push the entire front. Yeah, somebody here didn't get my commands. Who is that? Okay, this army here didn't get the commands. Let's do that again. The Soviet Union doesn't have steel. What the hell? So the problem with Italy is I don't think they can trade. Yeah, because they have something like closed economy or something like that. We actually don't need it. Let me do this again. 1 second. Now that is perfect. Now we want to train all planes. We also want to deploy all of the new planes. Control the sea, so no need to block them anymore. We're going to make some changes to the production, trucks and artillery to 3. Infantry equip and F1CA to 50, all taken from tanks. Then we are going to put, we're going for diplomatic pressure on Japan. The goal is to get a non-aggression pact. And we can continue. Now, you will see why fighting Germany is going to be incredibly easy, and you can already tell. Look at their divisions. What are their divisions doing? What are the German divisions doing? Where are they going? Well, I don't know exactly, but not in Germany. Let's improve relations here to speed it up a bit. You guys walking? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, now the big trick. So you can see that Germany basically has no divisions at all. So what's going to happen now? Oh wait, let me set up the fleet first of all. So in terms of the fleet, we are again using the submarines. Probably got a bit more. No, those are destroyers. Okay. We are again going to set the submarines on convoy raiding all around Germany. The destroyers on convoy escort in the same areas. The rest of the fleet on strike force. That's not going to be needed anyway though. So for the most anticlimactic ending ever, what we are going to do is simply this. We are going to leave the faction and we are going to cancel the non-aggression pact. And why is that cool? You might be wondering. Well, you will see it in a bit. Yeah. So Germany immediately declares war on the Bohemian Empire, which is our Czechoslovakia. But there is only one little problem for them. Their divisions are not in Germany. They sent them to cover the huge amount of the world that they annexed. This may be a tutorial on why puppeting is better than annexing. Look at Germany. So because of that, we are just going to walk into Germany. As simple as that. There is absolutely nothing stopping us. And by the time the German divisions are back, it's going to be too late. Many of the divisions which are in Germany are actually our puppet England. So yeah, maybe the most anticlimactic ending ever. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It is pretty much the most anticlimactic ending ever. But am I going to complain? Nah. We were playing as Yugoslavia after all. I mean, we achieved something amazing by 1940. The Germans will eventually send back some divisions, so ideally you still want to be kind of fast. And the great thing about Germany attacking us is we don't have to worry about Japan, because it's a defensive war, so there is also that. It's just amazing. Okay, Hamburg is taken too. Yeah, the only annoying thing is we need to take them all the way down because it's a late game Germany. But again, this is not going to be a problem. Come on. Otherwise, we do need to take that stuff, but if not, you know? Come on, China now. Seriously. So let's check, and yeah, Germany is down at 9%. We got 81,000 casualties, which might be one of the highest in this run. But this has to be one of the fastest ever capitulations of Germany. It's quite insane. Let me actually check the exact timing. So we started on June 3rd. It is July 10th. It means in basically 1 month, we capitulated Germany. That's absolutely insane. Anticlimactic? Yes, but insane. And of course we get 100% of the score, which means everything that Germany kindly took from the Allies, it's now ours. That's why I wasn't too worried about that peace conference with only 20% of the score, because Germany just did the job for us. Now, at this point in the peace conference, you can do whatever you want. I will end the run here, so I don't care too much. But as usual, if you want to invade the United States, you can annex this stuff. It's always very convenient. You can annex something in here if you plan to invade the Soviet Union. You can puppet the German Reich as the German Reich, or if you want to optimize it a little bit, it would be better to balkanize it and puppet it as stuff with cores. That's again entirely up to you. And so boys, in July 1940, we achieved the impossible. As Yugoslavia, we expanded in the Balkans, we defeated Italy, we defeated Germany, we defeated the Allies, as we puppeted most of the world. We have some insane, absolutely unstoppable mountaineers with tanks divisions, which are not only incredibly powerful, but also a lot of fun to use. Of course, there is plenty of potential to continue this run. You can take on the Soviet Union, you can take on Japan, you can invade the United States. I gave you the perfect setup to have a very fun world conquest, should you want to go for one. But for us, I feel like this is enough. Yugoslavia was surprisingly powerful and fun to use. I struggled a lot with the focus tree because it doesn't explain anything, but once I figured out, together with you guys, by the way, members of the channel were really helpful. Especially Vades, thank you for taking part in this guide. We worked on it together sometimes. It was a lot of fun too. And I'm really happy with the strategy we came up with. This is a very solid strategy, it's a fun run, and Yugoslavia is amazing. And I really like this mix of diplomacy, expansion, guarantees. This is a type of run that I really enjoy more than just steamrolling anyone like Fascist UK. That's another great run. But this one was more interesting in my opinion. Guys, let me know in the comments how it goes. It's a challenging run. There are a couple of difficult wars. Invading Romania, we managed to do it with just a few days left. The Hungary-Czechoslovakia strategy is solid, but taking down Czechoslovakia is not as easy. There is also a little bit of RNG if Czechoslovakia does not guarantee Bulgaria. In that case, you will take on them later. It's going to be easier because you will be more powerful. But Germany will attack them. There is maybe a chance they join the Allies. It only happened in one of my runs and they didn't. But you never know. So please feel free to let me know in the comments. Make sure to join our Discord. Let me know there if you have any issues. I'm always checking Discord and there are many members of our community willing to help. So always feel free to join if you're interested or if you have any questions. And guys, if you enjoy the content I make, as usual, please do not forget to support the channel by liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment. It always helps a lot, as you can tell. A lot of work goes into these guides, so it would be greatly appreciated. Other than that, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys very soon in the next video. Bye bye!